At least one person was killed in renewed anti-government protests across Kenya on Tuesday. Kenya's police clashed with demonstrators who are demanding the resignation of President William Ruto. In Kitengela, on the outskirts of capital Nairobi, police fired repeatedly at hundreds of protesters. In Nairobi's city centre, police fired tear gas at several dozen protesters. Youth-led nationwide protests broke out a month ago against the proposed tax hikes there. These protests have continued even after President William Ruto withdrew $2.7 billion in tax hikes on June 26th and sacked nearly his entire cabinet. According to Kenya's National Commission on Human Rights, at least 50 people have been killed in these protests to date. DD India's Nakeria Isabel joins us from the Ugandan capital Kampala now on the story. Isabel, one could call it people's power on display here in Kenya because these protests are not dying down. How is William Ruto likely to respond to these agitations?
Yes, that's right. Anti-government protesters have hit the streets once again in Kenya's major towns, and many people are marching on the streets, carrying placards and shouting anti-government slogans. But unlike the last protest, this protest, not many people have come out on the streets. We hear that many people have feared to come out on the streets because police is firing live ammunition and tear gas at protesters. In fact, we have been told that one journalist has been shot on her thigh, a girl from K24 TV, and she was rushed to hospital. We've also seen that CNN reporting one of their videographers lobbied tear gas at him, and of course police says that the protests have been infiltrated by goons and they will come hard on them. Of course, the firing of tear gas has continued, but some protesters have said that they will continue going on the streets. Right now, there have been reports of masked men not wearing uniform. They are wearing civilian clothes, carrying sticks, moving on the streets, and there have been reports of abductions. We've also been told that some of the protesters were arrested and no one knows where they are. In fact, some protesters went into a police station and they threatened to set free some of the people who were arrested, and police had to fire back tear gas.
Okay, thank you, Isabel, for those updates.